So, I'm a great big video blogging dork. And you're going to see that by the picture that's here on the screen. That's me. My wife took that shot. It's kind of liberating to admit that I'm a big video blogging dork. Let me just kind of jump into what I'm going to talk about today, which is life enrichment through video blogging. How many of you, I can't see you very well, but how many of you have a Gmail account? Good many of you. Do you realize that it comes with a YouTube account? Yeah. How many of you have videos out on YouTube now? Several of you. How many of you have your video account, your YouTube account monetized so that you can get earnings off of that? Very few. Okay, I've not seen many hands there. So that's kind of a little secret that a lot of people don't realize, is that you can actually make money off of YouTube. I'm not going to emphasize that, though. That's just one of the few things that are, important about video blogging and how it can change your life. So what I am going to talk about, I'm going to take you through my little journey with it. There are many different platforms you can use. You could use Vimeo, you could use Blip TV, Vine, Facebook video, but I like YouTube because those guys have it together. They're so established. Do you realize that YouTube is the #2 search engine in the world after parent company Google? So it's like pervasive. They have it together. It's easy to use. It's awesome. So that's what I'm going to be talking about mostly today, is video blogging through YouTube. So, how did I get started in it? What makes video blogging unique? Those are the things I'm going to talk about today. First of all, video blogging to me provides communication at a high and impactful quality. In other words, with video, you can show the movements and the actions of things, right? You can share, the weather, complexity of that. You can show the beauty of artistic performance. You can show how animals behave and things. So it's awesome. It's not something that's just that you have to use your imagination for. It actually projects it there for you. So it's a very powerful form of communication. And, okay, here we go. Oh, here we go. Video blogging, this is one of the things that's really important to me and that I've come to understand, is that it's for the masses. You realize, let's just go back 15 years ago. If you wanted to share who you were with the world via video, you had to be worthy of that, didn't you? You had to be a star or something. You had to be one of those beautiful people that the networks, the TV, and the movies, films decided were good enough to be out there. But not anymore. Now you can, since YouTube has become pervasive, you can go out and broadcast yourself. That used to be their slogan. I don't think they use it anymore, but they should. It's sort of like a declaration of independence for those who want to share their thoughts and ideas and themselves online. You just have to be willing. You don't have to be worthy. Now, for me, all that worthiness was I was shy. Still kind of shy a little bit. We'll talk more about that later too, but should I put myself out there? That was the thing that I wondered in the beginning. Who's going to want to see a big, overweight, kind of geeky tech freak that speaks with a funny Appalachian accent? So I really did not think I would get many people watching me. But what happened? Now I have 800 plus videos out on YouTube. What made me change my mind? I'm going to jump to that. It all kind of started with a hike that I did to the top of Table Rock. Now, in case this is being watched in other places, Table Rock is this beautiful, awesome mountain in the Linville Gorge chain. And so I posted some video that I shot there, shared it with some family and friends on Facebook and YouTube. And one response came back to me. It was one of my old friends who is disabled. He's in a wheelchair. And he sent me a message. He said, "Tony, that was so awesome. Thank you for sharing that with me. I would never have gotten to see the top of Table Rock. So that means the world to me." And so that kind of motivated me. It kind of rocked me. I said, you know what? I'm going to share a lot of stuff with my buddy. So I went out and started shooting a lot of videos. And so I'm going to go to the next slide here. If I haven't turned this off. So the thing that was interesting, I realized that the video blogging was making me care more about the people I was sharing it with. You see, what I've written here, there are people in the world who really care to know about your life and experiences, and through video blogging interaction, you'll soon come to care about their lives and experiences. It's interesting, all the people that subscribe to me now, I actually take a true, deep interest in their lives. And it's not something that's superficial. It's becoming it's building some great friendships, and we will talk about that a little bit more later as well. Audience started to build. So let's talk a little bit about the concept of audience, because this is something I never considered before. How many of you like the singing voice of Bob Dylan? 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5. Madonna? A few. Katy Perry? I don't know. Tom Petty? Yeah, a few. Okay. Here's the point I'm trying to make here with that. Often, celebrities will have a narrow audience, won't they? I couldn't stand up here and say the Beatles and everybody raised their hand, or Elvis, or anything like that, but each of these people do have an audience. It might be a very narrow audience, but they're still successful. Well, I began to realize that if only 1/1000th of 1% of the millions of people watching YouTube videos went there and actually watched my videos, I would still be successful and I would still reach out and communicate with people. So you have an audience waiting. If you put your content out there, they will come. And I promise you this is true. It doesn't matter how limited you think your personality is or what you have to share, the audience will come. I realized pretty early on that just being myself was the key to this whole thing. If you just be yourself on the camera, people can read your expressions like we say here, they can analyze your tone, catch your real vibe, lock into the nuances of what make you you, whatever you're talking about, whatever the subject matter might be. So as a consequence, what seems to happen is the people who choose to like the real you will probably start to become friends. So, now this is interesting, friendship. We all want friends, right? It's funny how I've lived next door to a lot of people over the years and really sometimes never even become a friend with the person right across the street from me. But now I'm making friends all over the place. Every day I'm communicating, talking with people, building friendships that actually make a difference in my life, and I'll share with you how in a few minutes. One of the things that you might not like to hear is that if you want to make friends, you probably have to put yourself in front of the camera. Me as a sort of shy guy, what I do for a living, I'm a web designer, I'm a video producer, work in healthcare, and I'm used to being behind the camera, right? Putting the other guy in the spotlight. It was weird to turn the camera on myself, and so my early videos were very awkward. But what's interesting is the more I put myself out there, the more I just did it, the better I became at it. And something really interesting started happening. I started to become a better communicator. I'm a little awkward right here right now because I'm nervous, but in front of the camera I can be pretty natural now. It's an awesome skill to have to become a better communicator. So much in your life hinges on whether you can communicate well with people. I'm going to take you a different direction for a minute because this was important to me for life enrichment. Have you ever felt like you're just a big cog in the machine? Like you just slave away in anonymity and you don't have a voice? And even if you have a voice, it's only among a very narrow slice of people. Video blogging can change that. Whatever you have to say, whatever you have to share, you can put it out there and you'll realize that people care to hear it. They want your opinion. They want to know what you think about a product. They want to know what you think about software, how you plant your garden, how you groom your pet. There are thousands of things that people care to know. And if they like you, they'll follow you and you'll have a voice. I often wonder, all the knowledge that I amass, meager as it is through the world, will it all fade away into the ether? I'm hoping that certain videos that I'm doing today, whatever the internet becomes 100 years from now, I'm hoping they're still out there. And at least for historic sake, people are looking at that. It's kind of building a legacy. You have a voice, and that voice can make a difference in the lives of other people. And I'm going to give you some examples. So I'll give me some videos run behind me here. This is a Ken Burns effect tutorial I did for a coworker. She wanted to know how to make pictures pan and scale inside Adobe Premiere Pro CC. I put it out there thinking, you know, she'd watch it and nobody else. Thousands of people wanted to know how to do the Ken Burns effect. So it was pretty cool. You know, I've had just so many people call me up, or not call me, but email me and compliment me about this video. Okay, Dragon Naturally Speaking, voice recognition software. This is me dictating and showing people how it worked. It didn't work for me before, but then they put a new Southern accent module into it. So I wanted to show my Southern-speaking friends that this actually would work. Hundreds and hundreds, and well, thousands of people. It's probably the #2 video on my YouTube channel now. Amazing. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I do these driving videos in Morganton where I just mount a bunch of GoPros like this one up on top of my car, and I just drive around and I talk. I have a voice recorder in the car, and I talk about things I've seen. At a restaurant in Morganton, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, a family came up to me and said, "You're Tony Lee Glenn." Yeah, that's me. And they said, "We watched your videos in Nebraska, and my husband had been thinking about taking a job out here, and we watched your videos about Morganton, and we decided we'd move to Morganton because it looked like a nice place. So thank you." Wow, you know, that's humbling. Okay, this one's kind of silly. First time, I love sweet potatoes. First time I ever have planted sweet potatoes, and I wanted to show people, when I started pulling up, they were so cool looking, such weird shapes and everything. I said, I'll share that with folks, right? So I put the video out. I thought this video was so cool, nobody watched it. No viewership at all, and I was honestly crushed. What was strange, I shot it in the fall, and in the spring it started going nuts. Thousands of people watching this sweet potato video, how to cure your sweet potatoes. What happened? Down in Australia and New Zealand, it was fall, and people were digging sweet potatoes, and there were no other sweet potato videos out there. And there was my video. So we'll go a little further with that in a minute, too. This is my brother, Tim. Tim is an awesome logger. He's great, professional logger. I had these trees on my property that were leaning in strange directions, and I was afraid to cut them down. I was afraid to kill myself. I asked him to show me how to cut down dangerous trees. He did this video, and it was great. It's gone crazy. It's my #1 video on my YouTube site now, and I've had hundreds of people send me compliments saying, "Thanks, I probably could have killed myself cutting down a tree if I hadn't seen Tim doing that." So, excellent. Okay, so with those successes, I decided I'd start what I call the kitchen sink approach, something for everyone. I put everything out there now. I put out, you can't imagine all the stuff. It's gardening, it's software, it's product reviews, it's my pug, it's our cats, it's driving videos, it's my wife's a Native American, it's Indian country culture, it's all kinds of stuff. Just wanted to see what would people watch. You know, this was the interesting thing when I mentioned the Australia thing. You may have international appeal. Now, why is that important? The more you share with people, the more they come from different directions, right? And my whole scope of what the world was, honestly, was the Southeast, and really more than anything, Catawba Valley. But now I communicate with people from all over the world. And just like I say here, irregardless of the religion, economy, everything, we are people. People are people. It's really broadened how I think about things, how I see the brotherhood and sisterhood of this planet now, because I have these people from all over the world. Growing. Video blogging can help you and your audience grow. And as I share what I know, I learn what others know. It's funny how I might put out a video about how I play blues on the guitar. And somebody will comment on that video, "Why don't you try using the Aeolian scale? You know, what's wrong with the Phrygian scale? Try that." I don't know what the Phrygian scale is, but I'm going to try it now, right? So often I'm learning. I'm catching things. They're helping me. They're sharing their information and knowledge back to me, which is super. Okay, let's go to the money thing because I'm drawing close to the end here. Video blogging can have an impact on your wallet. I'm not going to get too deeply into that, but I will tell you a few things that have resulted from this. The way it works, Google places ads on your video based on who they think will watch it, so they know their demographics, right? So They'll place ads on there, and you make a little bit of money, half a cent or a quarter of a cent or whatever, off of the plays that people see the ads. So I'll give you a little of the background. The Cutting Down Dangerous Trees videos made over $500. I did a GoPro Hero 3 review, this little guy down here. It's paid for 4 Hero 3s. My Dragon Naturally Speaking videos made $200. I have been paid $165 to dig my sweet potatoes. That's pretty freaking cool. Summing it all up, video blogging has given me a sense of individuality. I feel like I have a voice now. It has allowed me to be me, and I realize now that people appreciate me for being me, giving me a greater sense, purpose, and importance. Helped me make a mark on the world. Like I say, I hope these videos are around for a long time. It cuts off here. I messed up my PowerPoint. It's helped me make friends I never thought I would make. I have a friend, a very special friend in the UK now named Rich Cove. He's a psychologist. He's an awesome, sweetheart of a guy. And now we've become buddies through videos, and now we Skype every weekend, and we share our thoughts about technology, about our lives. And so I've got a buddy in the UK. He's coming over here next April. He's going to hang with me for a while. He's a psychologist, and I hope he's not a Hannibal Lecter type. I hope I don't find out something like that. I would make a scrumptious meal, I'm sure. Last thing I'm going to, or not the last thing, but almost the last thing. I have 2 minutes left. I've always wanted to be a famous blues guitar player. And so I've played music for a long time, and I've played in a lot of dead-end bands. Well, it never went anywhere. Played to 20, 30 drunk patrons in a bar. It's really cool. I started posting kind of jam sessions on YouTube, acoustic and blues and things like that. And now I have an audience. It's building like any of the other videos that I do. This is an awesome guy I met here. You got to go watch his videos. A local pastor, Curtis Williams. It's excellent. At any rate, I'm realizing a dream now. 5,000 people a day watch my videos. That's enough to fill up a concert hall. Would never have had that had I not started doing this. So, don't wait to be discovered. Make yourself a star. Share what you know. Share what you do. Share who you are. Someone out there is waiting to get to know you. Someone wants to be your friend. Someone will appreciate you for who you are. The last thing I will share is my video blogging credo. I realized about a year into this, I needed some sort of purpose to lead me in this whole little endeavor. So I came up with this. I want to be the nicest person on YouTube. I want to share love and wishes for peace and understanding. I want to be a force for friendship across the globe. And so that's what I'm trying to do with my videos. And so, that's me. The last thing I will say, and this is one cool thing, I have 54 seconds. I'm not going to say the person's name because I don't have permission to use his name yet. But it was really excellent. This past week, got an email from a lady that was the assistant of a very famous artist, worldwide famous artist that paints frescoes. So I'm not going to say his name, but those of you who know about frescoes in the region know who I'm talking about probably. And so he would like for me to do a video. Now, it turns out he's a subscriber. I put my stupid art. My art is out there where I'm painting and stuff, and this dude is seeing my art. It's scary. But yeah, he wants me to do a video for him. Awesome. So that's going to happen, it looks like. Another thing that would not have happened. Cheers. Peace to all. Thank you for having me here. 18 minutes. Thanks, Al.